Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of In Touch with Steve Cherundolo. I'm Vince. That's Steve. I am clad in black and gold because it is a big week this week. It's Derby week, but more on that later. Let's talk a little bit about what's gone on these past couple of days. In Vancouver after the match, you did something interesting, that I found interesting at least. You kind of owned it. You took responsibility. You said, you know, the way the game played out and some of the decisions that were made, those are all mine, and I will take responsibility for that. Could you kind of explain that a little more? It's something, it happens, but it's rare.
Yeah, so we decided, and as the coaching staff, and the one who, you know, puts his head in the guillotine is the head coach. So we decided to play it a little differently, and we asked a little different style and a different way to play from our players, and they did great. They did fine, and it almost worked out. We were a couple minutes shy, and one mistake or bad decision shy, and I think in the end a little bit of a fatigue hurt us. On top of the the field conditions, which I think many coaches in the past have touched on. So I'll leave that alone. That was the difference, and of course I will take responsibility for that.
Told all the dogs, we gon' make it out. I would never fall, you can't take me out.
How did the players respond to you kind of owning it and standing up and raising your hand in that moment?
If I go off of their response today in training, it was fantastic. And everybody is ready to go and understands that it's an important week. And we have had very good performances last week against Dallas and New York. And that's what we're going to show against Galaxy this Friday.
Cherundolo left-footed shot back, post it in! Goal! Chicho! On his left foot, shot, and goal! Mahala, are you kidding me from that distance?
So last week, Giorgio Chiellini arrived. We had his press conference, but this week we've gotten to see him do the things that we're excited to see him do. He's in training, he's with teammates. How has he integrated himself with his teammates? And I know he comes from Juventus, so he's used to big pressure situations, but how is he getting ready for this big rivalry match, LAFC versus Galaxy?
This is a high-paced game and a tough game to play in, but of course he's ready for it. And we've spent the past couple of days, he as well, getting to know each other, the system, you know the players, their tendencies, and is trying to become a part of the group. That just doesn't happen overnight. That's been going very, very well, and I'm sure he will contribute to this group in the very near future.
All right, so that'll move us along to our theme. As I said, I'm clad in black and gold because it is a rivalry week. LAFC will host the Galaxy. And I think the theme this week, because when you think about a derby, it's all about being the best. Being the best against your closest opponent. So we're gonna talk about best in LA. So this is gonna be kind of a Steve's list of what are the best places in LA. I'm gonna start you off on an easy one and a callback to a past episode. You obviously take coffee very seriously.
Yeah.
Best place to get a coffee in LA?
Blue Bottle coffee.
Why is that your favorite?
Flavor and a very simple menu.
Okay.
It's about the coffee. Coffee is the center of attention, and the flavor and the knowledge of the baristas that work there.
What do you normally get to go accompany your coffee?
To accompany a coffee?
Yeah. What is your? You said simple menu. So what is the thing that you?
Well, it's either just coffee, no sugar, no milk, or if it's an espresso drink, it's a flat white. I think that's a nice indicator of the mix between the milk and the coffee, and you can taste kind of everything.
Steve, I think you've been here long enough that you've probably found a best of each of these, and these are kind of important things to Los Angeles. So let's start with this highly contentious. So this will be interesting how you answer. Best burger.
In-N-Out.
Okay. Stock answer.
Hands down.
Okay.
I guess growing up in Southern California and spent some time abroad, I've come to appreciate In-N-Out Burger, and it's the best.
Best taco.
The little time I spent in Echo Park when I've moved to LA, I'm gonna say Guisados.
Good choice. Excellent choice. What is your taco choice from Guisados?
I think just the carne asada is probably the best. There's also the, I'm gonna blow the name, just the vegetable.
Green or red salsa?
That depends on what's inside the taco.
Okay, so carne asada, green or red salsa?
Green.
Okay, me too. I like green. I don't know, it's just got that fresh flavor.
Yeah.
Best place to get maybe a bratwurst, German food? Have you found any good German food places out here in Los Angeles?
Yes and no. I haven't really looked. I've had my fill for 22 years, so I'm not exactly desperate for it. But I find
Almost every episode we talk about a bratwurst or a good German beer. So
I know. We did find a place. It's the Red Lion Tavern.
good celebration spot then.
It was awesome. Yeah, it's a great place. I highly recommend it.
Have been there, yeah, and I can recommend it as well. And the food is to die for. Also, the beer selection is. I mean, you could tell me I haven't been to Germany, but
Yeah.
the beer selection I think
It's
close to on par.
It's authentic German beer, and the food selection is as well. It's highly recommended.
Best thing to do with the family in Los Angeles.
We're a beach family, and so 100% the beach, but we've had amazing hikes, obviously the amusement parks, and we are still exploring. And so this is what I love so far about LA. There's so much to do and so much to see.
I know you're a surfer, so when you're at the beach with the kids, is it sandcastles? What kind of things are you guys doing on the beach?
Yeah, with the kids, I'm dad, and I am what they need me to be. It's catching sand crabs, it's collecting seashells, it's building sandcastles, it's burying them, whatever it needs.
We are a car culture. I won't say anything that has to do with the rivalry in this regard, but what is the best way to beat traffic?
You know, I wish public transportation was better in the United States like it is in Europe. That is the best way. Best way to beat traffic is to plan your day around the traffic. I don't think you can beat the traffic.
Let me ask you, if you had somebody coming into town, maybe they're from out of the country, maybe let's say, I don't know, Wales or Italy, and you wanted to show them something touristy in LA, but not, like, we're not going to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Like, where are you taking them in LA? What's a good place to take a tourist, like, is the best spot in LA?
Well, I think you need to see LA. So you need to go up. You can go to Griffith Park, you can go for a hike. You could, if they have kids, go to the amusement parks. I also think a sporting event is important.
Oh, like maybe a rivalry match between LAFC and Galaxy at
That would be
Bank of California Stadium in the heart of Los Angeles?
That would be a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone should like plug that sometime. Best thing to do on an off day, and just humor me, you're not doing anything soccer related, you're not doing any emails. I know you're gonna tell me, oh, I usually have work, but total off day, what would you be doing in LA?
Surf, golf. Those are two on top of my
Can
list.
you give away your surf spot, or is it like a hidden area where no highways?
No, it's Bay Street usually.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes Venice as well. So
Okay.
Not far.
What's the best way to decompress after a stressful week? Like say, maybe when you're playing your biggest rival.
Enjoying one of the amazing restaurants we have in LA. With a nice glass of wine and a beautiful plate of food.
You need comfort, you need to decompress. What is maybe the style of restaurant? What are you having?
You know, my family and I, we really enjoy, if I had to put a label it, a Mediterranean diet. So it'll be light, it'll be some fish, it'll be some veggies, a lot of bright colors. That's kind of how we like to eat, accompanied by the perfect glass of wine.
We're gonna do a wine episode soon. He's hinting at it.
I am.
Clearly he's hinting at it, and we are gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Here's a fun one. Favorite LA athlete that's not a soccer player?
Current or of all time?
Let's go all time.
All time? The one that just pops in is Magic Johnson.
Have you gotten to meet Magic Johnson?
I have not.
You have not.
I have not.
LAFC, make that happen. The head coach would like to meet one of the owners, Magic Johnson. And I'm sure he's a fan of you as well as you guys have been doing this year. Here's one we want to end on. Maybe you have one for this. Like you said, you've been doing your best to explore. So what is the best hidden or underrated place in Los Angeles?
There's a wonderful little park close to where we live, Holmby Park, which is awesome. But there's another one where, kind of where we used to live, out on the west side, nestled away between Pacific Palisades and Santa Monica, Will Rogers State Park. It's pretty cool. They have cool hiking, they have some polo fields, horse riding if you're into that, place for the kids to run around and play. If you like outdoors and you want some space, which we don't have very much of in LA, that's a cool place to go.
Well, there you go. Steve Cherundolo, if you want to see the best of and the way Steve Cherundolo has seen Los Angeles, you now have this as a primer and a guide. This has been another In Touch with Steve Cherundolo, and we'll see you guys next week.